This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Parrish, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever appointed protector of the universe. Bonded to the energy-transforming quantum bands,
soon
weapons and symbols of his station, he fights an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil as Quasar.
Hello and welcome back to the Quantum Zone, episode 124.
Whoa, that's pretty damn big.
I know, thank you, Ray. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me as always, master of the Quantum Zone.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And master of the once again gainfully employed. It is.
This is Matt. Hi.
So yes, we're getting closer to those quantum bands. Oh, we should try to do something extra next one is divisible by 5. So next episode,
right.
25. Yeah, we get to return to the quantum bands.
You planned that well, Master Phil.
Plan that. Oh, maybe we should talk maybe do some extra talk on Thunderstrike next time.
You can do that.
Because next time is the first of a 2-parter with Thunderstrike.
Or in honor of Ray, we could talk about Batman.
Oh, nice.
Man.
Oh, come on. I think this is like his favorite show. You don't want to drive him away, do you?
That's right.
Oh, someone's watching on Facebook. Is that you, Ray? It's either Ray or Ocean, probably. That's why I said it's like 11 something in Australia. He might be ready to go to lunch soon.
That's true. It's they live in the future there.
They
I hope
do.
the future's better. Ray, bring us news from the future.
I was gonna say that SOB. He's probably reading the new event. I think the new Avengers issue comes out tomorrow. You know, part 2 of Moon Knight smacks the Avengers around.
Oh, nice.
Ray, is that you? Tell us, how's the new Avengers? Trying to think. No new Quasar news. Is there any big comics news going down?
Rob Liefeld dipped his small feet into the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes territory. That's
Oh.
making headlines.
What they were gonna say.
I love how you said that too. His small feet.
I thought you were gonna say his poorly drawn feet. Because see, kid, the joke is back in the day, Rob Liefeld could not draw feet. No one knew Deadpool had feet until
Ed McGuinness, maybe, or Joe Madureira. I don't know.
Oh my lord! I opened like Facebook to like look at like Newsarama or one of those sites, see if they're trying to remind myself if there's anything new. First thing that pops up on my Facebook, it's like a memory from 6 years ago. Matt Kona at the Comedy Kitchen.
Oh yeah, I just saw that. That was this very surreal experience. You can look it up on YouTube, where I drove like 2 hours to central Massachusetts to be on a comedy cooking show, very loose in both comedy and cooking. It was very strange.
Nice.
But, yeah, the Comedy Kitchen.
Oh, okay. Somebody's working from home, so they can't drop comments on Facebook. So just got a private message. Okay. That's right, people. I got a message from
Batman.
Yeah.
Big bazooka.
Yeah, not a lot of big news, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, comic books are back for the most part. I got a pretty regular size number of books last week. Tomorrow, I think it's gonna be pretty good.
So what did you pick up last week?
I'm trying to remember because I was just looking at them. They were mostly DC because there weren't that many Marvels. I did get Ghost Rider, X-Force, and Fantastic Four Empire #0. I think those were the only Marvel books that are out. Everything else was like DC last week. There was like literally 4 or 5 Batman books. What was it? Harley Quinn, I got a Aquaman for that was like a month or so ago because because the whole diamond shakeup, some of my DCs came out of order.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I'm looking at the list for tomorrow because yes, we're recording this on Tuesday. Amazing Spider-Man. Yes, like I said, that Avengers. Ray, if you haven't got it yet. Captain Marvel. Empire #1. Empire with a Y. That's how you know it's serious. The Kree and the Skrulls have teamed up. Ray's celebrating. Fantastic Four. Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy #4. I'll have to make sure to pick that up because.
Oh yeah, see if there's any Quasar.
Any day now, Al Ewing.
Yeah.
We're waiting. Not very patiently, but we're waiting.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Nightwing 72. Who picks that up? Oh, Strange Adventures #3. Will.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that one. I think I'm going to wait and read the whole thing, but also I know that there's a collection of the Mr. Miracle stuff, so I'm probably going to pick that up and read that.
Yeah, like I said, like we said the other week, I said, yeah, get the Mr. Miracle. It is good, and I mean, it's very well written. It's very down to earth, but it is like cosmic stuff, new god. So like some of you Quasar people might like it.
Cool. Very cool.
It's like, him and Big Barda will be like storming like Darkseid's palace or something. Meanwhile, it's like, oh yeah, well, how are we gonna, meanwhile they're having like, a conversation you might have with your wife. Well, are we gonna renovate the house? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna do just weird stuff like that. Or like some of the new gods come. I don't want to give too much away, but like for like a big serious thing. But meanwhile, it's in their living room. So like, Scott's like, oh hey, I got everyone a vegetable tray.
I definitely need to read this. This sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah. Tom King's usually pretty good. I mean, most of his Batman stuff is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, has anyone been reading any Batman?
Batman.
I know Ray loves that.
The boy, yeah, the boys. They get Batman and Detective, and I think Batman Beyond. But I haven't been reading them. I mean, no. I don't know. I'd have to ask them.
I was just wondering if what anyone thought of Joker's new sidekick Punchline.
I'd heard about her, but I've not seen anything. What did you think?
She's all right. I mean, I know like Charlie Esser hates her. It's just like she's just like I said, she's like a demented like college student, and she's basically just like a murderer who's like, oh, I'm gonna, she just wants to impress the Joker and be his partner.
Kind of how Harley started out, right?
Yeah, but
she was a doctor.
She's way more bloodthirsty though too.
Okay.
Because she's on the cover of tomorrow's Nightwing. Because I don't know if those two are going to fight it out. Because Joker War is going through every Bat book now.
Matt, do you know anybody that gets Nightwing? I don't know if I know anybody that gets Nightwing.
I think I know a guy named Phil who does. Just a casual fan.
What the Just F? A casual fan.
What the F?
All right.
Come on, Phil, say Gotham.
Always makes fun of me for saying Gotham. Rob Southgate.
Nice mustache, Charlie.
He does have a nice mustache.
Make it rain.
That's right, Rob. So yeah, what have you guys been reading? Anything good lately? Old stuff.
I've picked up. I've had it for a while, just in the read pile. But White Ash, which was a Kickstarter book, but it's beautiful. It's written by Charlie Stickney, and the art by Connor Hughes is really, really nice. It's a good book. It's really good. You might check it out. I think it's coming out from Scout now too. They do it first on Kickstarter and then Scout releases it. So it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Lilith and I did a review for it because we even did like a fill-in on the Biters, the Walking Dead podcast. But we put it on Capes and Lunatics too. Did anyone read Negan Lives #1? It's like a Walking Dead one shot.
I haven't. I'm gonna. That is on my list. I want to check that out, and the new Avengers tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, the Negan Lives is, I mean, it's pretty good. Plus, they were only doing print, not digital, because I guess like Kirkman and his artists were doing it kind of for free, just and most or all the proceeds were going to the comic shops.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to order, if you buy that at only in the store, I mean, you can order it from them too, but yeah, I mean, it's basically you're helping small businesses.
Mm-hmm. Is that the first Walking Dead sort of spin-off since the series finished up?
Yeah. It's just like a one shot, but like we even said, like it's written where it's like I don't want to give too much away, but it's kind of written where it's like he could totally spin that into like a Negan ongoing and stuff. And
oh, that's cool.
So I don't know if there's gonna be any more ongoing or just like one shots or mini series or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Although for those of you who do like Walking Dead, there was breaking news I heard. Do either of you guys watch Walking Dead? Well,
I fell off a while back.
Well, thanks to COVID, I mean, this whole last season played except for the season finale. Because I guess I don't know, right before they had to do editing on the finale, but then COVID hit, so that messed everything up.
Yeah.
So I guess when Comic-Con at home has going to have a Walking Dead panel, and I guess they're going to announce there when the finales finally come.
Is this the finale for the series or just the season?
No, the season. Yeah, no. But it was still kind of like a little cliffhanger before the last, the finale. And it's like it was supposed to come, I think, in March or April.
And it's July.
That's what people said. They're like, if you're going to make it its own thing, they should just add extra footage and make it like a 2-hour thing or something.
Yeah.
People want content.
It's true.
Hell,
that is true.
Me and my friends have tons of content. Someone hire us. Oh yes, myself, Maddie Cohn over there, and yes, Charlie Esser did a episode of our Patreon exclusive Star Trek podcast last night for Patrick Stewart's 80th birthday.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Talking about some of our favorite Next Generation episodes with Picard. Like the inner light, even though it's kind of rapey. Yeah.
Let's see, Stace and I we're almost through the first season of Deep Space Nine at this point.
And
it's I know it gets better. There's been a lot of it's hit and miss, and there's been a lot of misses this season. So. I don't know.
Deep Space Nine is kind of like it never really clicked with me. I mean, the first couple seasons are okay. I mean, it's good. I appreciate what they're trying to do, but I don't know if it's just too much war for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're not to that yet, so.
Yeah, I know. But BBC America replays them like every Monday and Tuesday or whatever. So like every so often I'll just get like a sampling, but it's like, tune in one episode in the middle of the war. They're like, oh yeah, there's like 10,000 dead. I'm like, oh, that's cheery.
Oh yeah. Yay. I want an escape from reality, not reinforcement of it.
But no, I bought some more Blu-rays because I'm going to do a rewatch of Arrow and Flash from the beginning, like in order. I'm still just on Arrow season 1, but I mean, I'm hoping to finish all Arrow and Flash before the shows. Well, Arrow's done, but before Flash comes back in January, because they're not coming back till January now.
Well, then you'll have to hit Legends of Tomorrow.
I was thinking, but I only have, I think, was it the first 2 seasons of that? I have I think the first 2 or 3 seasons of Supergirl. Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, I might just do Flash and Arrow, but might sprinkle some of the others. I mean, I'm going to watch do the whole crossover. So, I mean, I've seen them all, but yeah, I just wanted to rewatch Flash and Arrow. It's funny when you go back and rewatch stuff because I mean, you've probably seen the beginning of it. Of Arrow, it's like, oh, my name's Oliver Queen. season 1, it's all nice and slow. He's like, my name is Oliver Queen. Meanwhile, you get to like season 8, and he has to like explain all this stuff. He's like, my name is Oliver Queen. Blah 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 blah. He's all.
There's 8 seasons of exposition I have to get through in exactly 15 seconds. So,
and then he's like traveling the multiverse in season 8. So it's like, okay, I was trapped on an island. I had to save the city. Blah 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 blah. Now I'm traveling the multiverse. Blah, blah, blah. All right. So should we get to tonight's issue?
Let's do it.
All right. Quasar 46 from May 1993. Antibody Slam. Slam! Dun, 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 dun. Come on, Conan. Feel me.
Boys be boys.
Introducing the Shock Troop.
Yes, right up in the corner. Yeah. That team's going big places. I can just feel it. Oh, look. Burt Reynolds, Cop and a Half, coming soon to theaters.
Okay.
This is 93. Conan, you probably auditioned for that, right?
No, I remember the Cop and a Half, though.
All right, so the title of this, We Are the Shock Troop. Oh, boy. It says, remember where we're at. Quasar's climbing out of a crater somewhere in North Carolina. All right, who's my Dr. Druid?
He has facial hair, so Matt can.
All right. Okay. All right. Hang on. Gotta get my Dr.
Typecasting him.
Quasar, I presume.
You presume right. And he's thinking, I recognize this guy. He's Dr. Druid. He was an Avenger before I joined. He resigned in disgrace. Remember that? Avengers 297.
A malpractice thing or something.
Oh.
Or he was just trying to prescribe a cure to something, and Captain America's like, don't believe doctors. That's nonsense.
Or he joined the hair club for men.
That.
Don't know who the rest of his troop is, but it looks like they've come to add to my already considerable troubles. So is Quasar judging a book by its cover here?
I think so.
I mean, you got 2 shady guys in trench coats and copyright infringement woman above their heads.
And Blazing Skull dude. Oh yeah, he's in a trench coat too. There's 3 guys in trench coats.
Yeah.
No, I think Druid's just a fancy man in a cape.
Oh, he's a cape. Gotcha. Yeah.
Right.
But the other 2 are in matching trench
coat.
I was gonna say no credits, but yeah, page 2. So here, before we get into the action, Mark Grunwald, writer, Andy Smith, penciler, Ralph Cabrera, inker, Janice Chang, letterer, Paul Beckton, colorist, Mike Rockowitz, editor, Ralph Macchio, group editor, and Tom DeFalco, druid in chief. There you go.
Nice.
It's been a while since we had a editor's joke. All right, so Quasars. So, what brings you here, Doctor?
I take it that is an attempt at witticism. This region is infested with occult entities. My colleagues, Makantu, Shadow Woman, and the Blazing Skull and I have appointed ourselves the policemen of the occult. So when I sensed this psychic disturbance, we came running.
So what you're saying is you guys are good guys?
We're no angels. We're close enough. So what's the situation here?
Hey, boys, you look at the party? I love the party.
These flying gremlins are extra-dimensional beings called antibodies. They're getting meaner by the minute, and they have the nasty habit of multiplying when you hit them. Also in the area are 2 old sparring partners of mine, a radioactive mutant and a super strong alien. Quasar's thinking, I'm not sure if I can trust this guy in light of his Avengers record, but I sure am not about to look a gift posse in the mouth.
Our field is the occult. We'll handle these antibodies. The mutant and the alien are all yours.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Kantu, subdue one of these creatures and bring him here.
And Quasar takes off into the air. Ooh, I'm still flying a little bit unsteadily after that crash. Sure wish I had my quantum bands back.
Quay has lost his Q bands during the recent Infinity War. Quantum Mike.
If you haven't been paying attention to the issues or the editor's notes the last couple months.
Months.
This Starbrand power I've been running on is still very disorienting, and I keep having the nagging suspicion that sooner or later I'm going to totally use it up.
Foreshadowing, people.
And Dr. Druid sees Encantu being overtaken by antibodies. Encantu?
1 minute, Doctor.
1 more minute, Doctor. Good. Now I will try to unlock this creature's mind to learn its origins and motivations. I see impressions of 2 men, both from other Earth-like dimensions. One man was good, and it was in his body they were originally formed. But they were separated from him, found refuge in the body of the evil man, and fell under his influence.
Quagmire.
Gaze into my eyes, creature. Now tell me what it is that you do and what you and your body doubles want. Why are you rampaging?
Nearby. Grandma!
Shh, child, stay very still. Maybe the shadow men will not see. We'll see we mean them no harm.
Thinking good thoughts won't protect you against this lot, ma'am. But the Shadow Woman will.
Doesn't it look, I mean, I know they're going for Shadow Woman, but it's like there's just one W and stuff. Doesn't it look like Shadow O-Man? All right, Shadow Woman, keep going.
I thought that was you, Matt. You frozen?
He's in a trance.
I think he's frozen.
Very introspective.
That would make a great, like headline image because you could put his name and all of his stats on the left-hand side. It's perfect.
There's no way. Is there a way I can take a snapshot of that? Oh wait. Look at that face, kids. Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. Hopefully, we lost.
There
him.
he is, dropped off, so he's probably joining back.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Hopefully that never happens to me anymore. Cause yeah, I plugged directly into the router now. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, while we wait for Matty Cone, I was so mad. I mean, Friday night, it was storming around here, but I thought they had been over. And then, because we were recording Capes and Lunatics, and then Charlie and I were doing super connectivity. Like right before we were done, it's like the power went out here and it didn't come back on. I was like, come on. It was like, I don't know, 10:45, and the power didn't come back on till like 5 a.m.
Wow.
Because of tree damage, I guess the website on my phone said. But yeah, I was all mad. I was like, come on.
You're so
But
close.
luckily, Charlie was able to finish because it was still going. It was letting him go. So
that's cool.
yeah,
Very
I was gonna
cool.
say if it's Skype and stuff, I think if the person who makes the call drops off, it like kills the call. But yeah, this lets you keep going.
Very cool. Very cool.
Boy, he took that Shadow Woman thing to heart and disappeared.
Yeah. So is it Makantu or is it in Nakantu? Because I thought it was M at the beginning, but now it's an N.
Was one was one the skeleton and the other, or the what is it? The blazing skull, and is the other one the mummy?
Maybe, I don't know.
There's M Cantu. Yeah, because the mum. Well, wait. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Because when he's introducing them, the Quasar to them, yeah, on page 2 it has an M in the front, but then when he's talking to the mummy on page 4, yeah, there's an N in front.
Hmm.
Boy, I wonder why these guys didn't take off.
The editor missed that one, I guess.
All right, kids. The perils of live recording. Let me message Matty Kona here. Let's see. I was gonna say hopefully his power didn't go out. Dead air, please stand by. Please stand by. Kona's trying to restart his internet.
This is one of the High Priest Conchu Ray from Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. We're proud members of the collective, and you're listening to one of the collective members, the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast. Hope you enjoy.
Hey, I have a question about that. Is it Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast, or Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast? He just said a, but on the website it says the.
Well, that's an old one I just played. Yeah, now he says the Moon Knight podcast. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
Oh, should we do that? Should we say Quantum Zone the Quasar podcast?
There you go.
Oh, if it doesn't say it on Facebook, it's about 2 kids. Because seriously, who else does a Quasar pod? I mean, there was one I saw, I think, when we started, but I don't think they got past like 5 or 10 episodes. I don't think they did that many.
Yeah, we haven't done that many either, man. I mean, only 124.
I was gonna say, nobody has come near our record, man. We are the Quasar podcast.
That is right.
I should record just separate ads for every show on Capes and Lunatics for Ray, because Ray plays ads on his show. It's just be like, hey, join us on the Quasar podcast.
That's right.
You listen to the Moon Knight podcast. Come join us on the Quasar podcast.
Oh, did you show us the? Yeah, you did. You showed us the Quasar action figure you got.
Mm-hmm.
That was for your anniversary, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wish I wish it was one of the older costumes, but yeah, I like it.
Oh, hey, we should totally do the Quasar podcast.
Oh, look. Ray,
Message.
Ray, we should totally do the Quasar podcast. You're right. Thank you, Ray. See,
that's right.
We got a blessing from the Moon Knight podcast.
The High Priest of Khonshu.
Oh, should we be like the High Protectors of Eon or something? We are so good at look at yeah.
The definitive. Wow, cool.
Yes, more ads, please. You guys are the only ones doing Quasar justice on the definitive podcast. That's right, Ray. Like I said, I've only seen like 1 or 2 other people doing it, and I swear they never get past like 10 episodes or something. 124, baby. 124.
That shows the level of our dedication.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm gonna have to look at for the next 2 weeks, Quasar 47 and 48. See how many lines the Contemplator has. Maybe even if I just have Ray pre-record some stuff.
Oh yeah. Pretty sure he doesn't have a little quantum bubble in his navel. But that's
oh yeah. How much room do you have in your navel, Ray? I am now going to get the coffee from the coffee pod machine in the kitchen. Listen, smart ass, you're the one who named your podcast the Moon Knight podcast first. So don't be getting all high. Don't be getting all high pre. Yeah. I love people are like, they're in the middle of an issue. Now they're just like ripping on other podcasts.
We're filling the air.
X-Ocean's just driving around town, turning right. Like, what's the point?
What are they doing? They've lost their minds. Hey, where did you find? Wow, since we have air to fill, where did you find your image of Quasar that you got in our background here?
I might have just did a Google search, maybe.
Because it has the Annihilation era costume, and it has the post Annihilation, the Annihilators costume. It has the Marvel Boy, has the Captain Universe, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., coming back from Annihilation when he was Energy, his first costume, and then the that didn't ever exist, actually.
Yes.
And then the one that existed only during Cosmos and Collision.
That should be another thing I put out there. Like, for all of our many shows, hey, if you want to send in background artwork, man, I'll credit you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll even plug your social media and whatever else you want. Consider us the museum.
That's right.
Come on, Crunch.
So who's so Al Ewing's writing the new Guardians. Do you know who's doing the art on it?
I forget here. Let me look it up real quick. Oh, you want to know who's going to be portraying? Who's going to be
drawing our boy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Our boy.
Come on, come on. Come on, Al Ewing soon. Come on, bring him back. Because we'll cover the hell out of those if bring him back soon. It is written by Al Ewing, art by Juan Cabal.
I don't know if I'm familiar with him then.
Two N's. Juan Cabal, yeah. I'm trying to remember if he was on the first three or not, but I liked what I saw the first three. Let me see. Pull up. There is Matty Kona.
Total quantum internet failure. So I've adjusted rooms. So
that's all right. We
my casual angle. Have you just been breaking down all the advertisements for video games?
No, we listen back. We were just random nonsense. We're talking about Ray, and since he does the Moonlight podcast, I think we're going to do the Quantum Zone, the Quasar podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And then Ray decided that he was going to go to the coffee pot and get with the coffee cup
and get
the coffee in the kitchen. Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm like, don't be getting smart. You're the one that started the whole thing, high priest. Don't be getting all high priesty on me. All right. These people have been all right. Page 8, Kona?
8, yeah.
All right. Sorry, I lost my. When I restarted the computer, I was reading it digitally, and I gotta.
Look at that. I don't think I've seen that Marvel shirt you're wearing before.
Yeah.
No, this is brand new. It features action figures, Captain America action figures.
Oh,
Venom,
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh, Venom is amazing.
Yeah. I think I had. Well, I don't know if I had all three, but I had some of it. Okay, so back previously on the Quantum Zone, before the internet shut down in Boston, Shadow Woman was battling an antibody. Come on, boys, you're coming with me. And she tries to corral them. You see, my body can melt into shadow, and sure enough, I can take you with me. Okay, you ladies are safe now. I'd recommend you hurry on home.
Home? Yes, home. Gina, let's go now.
Wow, that was totally cool. Nearby.
What's the matter, bozos? I'm going force field playing hob with your spooky bods? Well, between you and me, it ain't exactly doing my love life any favors either.
Oh.
I feel a little bitterness there. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. But meanwhile, across the galaxy, a spherical ship speeds toward an unknown destination. Inside it are several hundred members of the alien race known only as the dance, and 2 recent guests, Holly Steckley. That just drives Ray crazy. And Caleb Valentine of Earth.
That's funny. They're having a pants off dance off with the dance.
Dance off, bro.
Whoa, the gravity on the ship is so light. Every step I take turns into a leap.
I'm just thankful we can breathe.
Wish this goofy moving guy would say something. I have no idea where he's leading us. You're the one with superpower, Kayla. You try to get him to respond to you.
Me? Star Tattoo may let me do some strange things, but speaking alienese isn't one of them.
Hey, there's a whole room full of them.
What if these weird movements are their language? Maybe they were trying to talk to us.
But back on Earth, see Quasar flying through the air, thinking it would be too good if Doc Druid and the crew could figure out how to handle those antibodies. Neutron and the presence are more than enough to keep me hopping. Where are those jerks hiding anyway? As Neutron comes flying at him. Whoa, Neutron! Tried to torpedo me. Hey, listen, Neutron. The Kree-Shi'ar war is over. Your side won. We've got no reason to fight.
You say that just to avoid a beating.
No, it's true.
War or no war, you must pay for how you treated me.
So what's going to satisfy you, Newt? Roughing me up some more? Killing me? Ooh.
I will kill you, then if I'm still not satisfied, I will rough you up some more.
It's not like I'm going to shoot you and then I'm going to hang you.
Yeah.
So he punches Quasar in the face. Wait a minute. Cool it with the testosterone stuff, and I hope you get back to the son of a... As he catches another punch. You really are serious about this beating thing. You know, my estimation of your species' level of sophistication is dropping by the moment.
A Stygian does not care what any lower life form thinks of him.
A Stygian, figures. At that moment, 22,300 miles above the Earth, what, the Justice League Watchtower? Is that? So I swear they're always like 22,200 miles above the Earth.
I'm getting a reading. We found him at last. Prepare to jump.
But meanwhile, oblivious below.
Matcha, babed, and the Morriganna. These creatures' torments stand revealed to me, but it remains to be seen what can be done to alleviate the situation unless... Shadow Woman, I need you. Yes, Anthony? These creatures are rampaging because they're dying from lack of contact with the host body. Yet the dark force that contaminates their system makes it impossible for them to enter a host. I have a plan to rid them of all their contamination, but it will require your help. Name it. Assume your shadow form and cast it across this antibody. Nakatu, Scully, the ant. Those are two funny names. Just together, on their own, they're fine. But Nakatu and Scully.
I guess we're going with the end because that's what me and Will were saying while you were rebooting. It's like on the first page that the mummy.
Oh, it looked like an H.
Well, no. On page 2, it looked like that. The name started with an M, but every other time he said the name since then, it starts with an N.
Interesting. Yeah, Nakantu, Scully, let the antibodies come forth.
You asked for it.
Nearby.
This is my Russian friend, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I had feared that in the time it took me to repair the breach in my armor, my comrade would have finished Quasar, robbing me of my revenge upon him. But I see the accursed American is still in the fray.
Uh-oh, the presence.
I will break you, American.
As he puts him in a headlock.
Rocky IV quote.
You could waste your time trying, Serg, or you could hightail it back to your native land where there's a big surprise waiting. While you were gone, the Soviet Union broke up. It fell apart into a bunch of smaller countries. Russia, Ukraine, Georgia, I think.
You lie.
I'm a lot of things, but a liar isn't one of them, Serg.
But how can this be true? The Communist Party would never allow.
Don't believe me? Ask anyone. Everybody knows what happened to the USSR.
You are lying. I will be back.
He just flies off. Well, Newt, looks like it's back to just the two of us again.
Headbutts him.
And a mile away,
Dr. Druid is doing his seancing hand gestures. It seems to be working. I've given the supine antibody a psychokinetic charge so that any antibody passing within 6 or so feet of it will be sucked into the dimensional interface. Jillian's shadow powers have opened. It remains to be seen, however, if Scully and Encantu can keep the onslaught of antibodies redirected this way. Or if Jillian can maintain the interface, I sense it is taxing her stamina to the limit.
Come on, Tar Boys, you're late for your family reunion.
So before we get to the next page, so 6 feet or so away, so it's like the antibodies' only hope is to maintain social distancing.
Or is to
Hey-o.
break social distancing.
1.5, stay alive, right, Ray? All right. So a town nearby.
Jonathan?
Courage, Martha. Don't hurt us. Oh, yeah, whatever.
I was gonna say I'll do the old guy since you're doing
Okay,
the Russian in the armor and dress. Don't hurt us. We'll do whatever you say.
I seek information. Answer me truthfully or suffer the consequence.
Okay.
Tell me what has happened to the Soviet Union.
Well, sir, it broke up into a bunch of smaller countries. That Communist Party was overthrown. Boris Yeltsin was elected president. That's all I know. I don't follow the news all that much. What are you doing?
And did David Hasselhoff play a concert in West Germany? No.
Germans love it, David Hasselhoff.
This claim is the same as Quasar's.
Woo.
Who was that, John?
Oh, get it, Jonathan and Martha.
Yeah.
I hear their son is super.
Man, I don't know.
I must question more people. You, tell me about the USSR.
Eep.
10 random people, all the same answer. Perhaps they speak the truth. The government that has branded me a traitor and menace is no more. I must return home. If the political situation is in disarray, it might be incumbent upon a personage as powerful as myself to create a new order. Mother Russia calls. Wait.
Uh-oh.
You were
No.
freezing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I was freezing with that Siberian chill.
Oh,
Did you get it?
Yeah, Siberian chill.
Mother Russia calls. Quasar can wait.
Issue 60. Anyway, all right. Yeah, back to Quasar and Neutron. Wait a minute. Before you headbutt me again, Neutron, I surrender. I concede defeat. You win. He's thinking, manage to outwit the presence. Maybe you can outwit Newt here, too. I just figured out that without my wrist weapons, I have no way to beat you. Sooner or later, you're going to win. So what's the point of continuing? Newt?
Oh, sorry. You were trying to trick me, Terran. I will have none of it.
Whoa! So did he throw him? Because he's got the open hand. Ugh! Quasar hits the ground. Ugh! Tossed me with such force I couldn't cut my momentum. Neutron is one super tough so-and-so. I'm going to really have to think up, huh? What's that energy crackle?
We are the Imperial Guard. You will surrender yourself. Surrender the guardsmen you hold hostage or face our might.
Oh no, Neutron's pals. Like I didn't have enough trouble already. Meanwhile, the starship of the dance.
You have their attention, Kayla. Give it a try.
Okay. I am Caleb Earth. That's the planet that circles the sun. My friend and I need to get back there. We're lost. Can you people help us? It's no use. They're still dancing around like idiots. Now what? Oh, Holly, what are they doing to me?
But back on Earth.
Gotta grab my power real quick.
The whole night shift is, or the night crew, what are they called? They're being swarmed by antibodies.
Shock troop.
Shock troop, that's it. Still at least 24 antibodies at large. They're overwhelming us.
And then elsewhere on Earth, we're still waiting for a power cord. But yeah, that's what I said. Yes, I was inspired. When we get done here, Facebook soon, it's going to be the Quasar Podcast. Nobody's done 124 episodes.
Yeah, that's a good point. There have been other Quasar podcasts, but not as long-standing.
Will, you there? Okay,
I lose internet. He loses power. Phil,
Well,
you have to pick something to lose.
Uh-oh. He looks frozen, but sometimes it's just camera freezes.
Mr. Freeze.
Oh! That's
Batman
cool.
and Robin.
You're just pandering to Ray, getting his favorite character.
Batman.
Yes, the greatest Batman movie of all.
What, Mr. Freeze, Sub-Zero?
Yeah, Batman and Robin.
Oh, no, we lost him. I love for just like an average run-of-the-mill issue. This will probably be like the longest episode.
Oh, man. Yeah.
There we go.
Guys, I waited too long for the power.
I need more power.
Power.
Now you're playing with power.
All right, you're up. New page 24, second panel.
Voyager, Moonglow, Glom, you've come for me. Where have you been, Neutron?
See, I told you I wasn't holding him hostage. Oh wait, it's translated from the Cree or Shi'ar.
Shi'ar. My car. We've been looking for you since the end of the war. This presumptuous Earth creature teleported me into the vast interstellar void and abandoned me there. Since rescuing myself, I have been attempting to regain my honor through combat.
So speaking Shi'ar, so Quasar's like, if he's complaining that I warped him out of play, Voyager, you might remind him that you did the exact same thing to me.
True. In issue number 33.
Or 2, whichever one you got.
Yeah.
We've been in the space sector for scanning for you for months. Neutron Star, did you not activate your locator?
I was negligent.
Did he forget? So Quasar's like, well, Imperials, you found your long-lost comrade, so why don't you take them and hurry on back to your empire, You wouldn't want to create an interstellar incident by hanging around here too long without passports, would you?
Neutron, have matters here been resolved to your satisfaction? Well...
And yeah, Glom's there. And Quasar's like, excuse me, but does your friend have to? Terran's energy smelled different than last time. You're right. As Glom bites Quasar's arm.
Glom, what in the laundress name are you doing?
He's eating my arm is what he's doing. Get him off or I won't be held responsible for what happens.
Quasar, I need your help with the antibodies. Come quickly.
Druid? Okay, I'll be right there as he takes off with Glom still attached to his arm. No time to dislodge the living appetite just now. Doesn't Galactus have that copyrighted?
I thought so, yeah.
There's the antibodies, but where's Druid and the shock troopers? Unless the POW goes flying down. First floor, everyone off as he starts batting away antibodies. And Glom sees them and goes, food! Chomp, chomp.
What am I looking at?
Quasar, what is this you brought with you?
An energy-eating alien. What else?
He must throw the remaining bodies at the levitating one. Hurry! Shadow Woman can't hold the gateway open more than a few more moments.
What gateway? Oh, that gateway. Quasar just starts chucking antibodies at the glowing one. No, I'm hungry. Globs of energy in last dark man.
Wait, don't. Stop him! Shadow Woman's still merged with that creature.
Jill.
As he bites down on the last one.
Don't worry, boys. I made it up before the mouth took a bite. Besides, he's not really eating them, just siphoning off their dark force. The threat has ended. The essence of the original antibody has been dispatched. Who are these?
More aliens. Hey, Voyager, next time you take Glom anywhere, put him on a leash. Glom full now.
This world never ceases. No, this world ceases to interest me. Let's go. Beware our next meeting, Quasar.
So I guess he just ignores X. He's shaking hands with Druid. Well, Doctor, thanks for the assist. I guess the Avengers were wrong about you.
I travel in other circles now. If you ever have another problem with the supernatural, you now know who to call.
Ghostbusters! Oh, yes, next. Look at this big impressive title, Quantum Quest.
What could he be after? Gosh, I don't know.
Whoa. Damn big.
So yes, it's gonna be pretty damn big, Ray. Because yes, next episode is our 125th episode
Of the Quasar Podcast.
That's the Quasar Podcast. Yes, but yeah. So I don't know about you guys, but maybe I'll try to if I have time, read through the some old Thunderstrike issues or some Thor.
I mean, I like Thunderstrike. I got the trade. What issues are we talking?
I mean, I'd say anything. Probably at least from what his ongoing series. What was there, like 24 issues or something?
Yeah, gotcha.
I mean, whatever you feel like reading, and then is there like a mini? Yeah, I think I have it down there. Was it like 2010 or something? There was like a mini series where his son takes over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember something about that.
But no, I'd say if anything, the focus should be on that original ongoing series. All right. So thoughts, everyone?
It was a little funky in terms of being bookended by somewhat random teams of obscure characters. I mean, I know that there's a little bit of sense to be made for it, but it seems, I don't know, it was a fun enough issue, but it seems a little wrapped up pretty tightly, like Glom just eats up antibodies and
away they
nice
go.
little bow on it. Yeah. Our work here is done.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but I have Ray feedback. Oh, only 5 minutes and 42 seconds. I told you that one Cap episode we did. It was like 12 minutes of feedback. I'm like, oh, did you say anything in your feedback before I listened to it? I'm like, did you say anything in the feedback to Kona? Like, hey, Kona, I got the biggest one, 12. He's like, no, I should have.
Oh man.
Hey, according to
Big.
Oh, sorry. I guess. Oh, okay. According to the Marvel Chronology Project, it looks like Thunderstrike #1 is where he appears as Thunderstrike.
Yes.
Then FF378, SMU. I don't know what title that is. Spider-Man Unlimited, maybe.
Yeah. Because I think he did show up there.
And then he shows up in Quasar 47 and 48, and then the Thor Corps, and then Thunderstrike 2. So this is like right at the beginning of his solo series.
Yeah, because I think they might have fit all that in between 1 and 2. Because I think I'm trying to remember because I was reading it that time. I think there might have been a delay on like the first or second issue. Oh, issue 2. I think that's when he fights the Juggernaut.
And then #3, then it looks like he goes over into Secret Defenders 9 and 10. Then Quasar 54, then Quasar 60. And then I don't know what Avengers Avengers.
What is it? Avengers what?
I don't know. It's A:*TO. Is that an Avengers book? Anyway, he shows up in those 4 issues, then Warlock and the Infinity Watch 26, 27, and 28, and then Thunderstrike 4. Man, a lot of appearances in just the first 4 issues of the series.
Trying to get that character popular, man.
Yeah.
Trying to push some units, man. All right, so should we get to our Ray's feedback?
You bet.
He's been very chatty behind the scenes tonight, but here live, well, not live, but recorded live. Ray, into the night, the Moon Knight podcast.
Hello, Phil, Will, and Matt. How you going? This is Ray. Gonna drop in my thoughts for the Quasar issue for discussion today, and I'm kind of vamping the time here because I'm just pulling it up now, but I'm not going to tell you that.
That's personal.
It's Quasar, like what, 46 or 40? 46. It is 46. Look, I thought this issue was just like a lot of fun. It was a bit more of a like watered down fun. Nothing too big at stake. Shock Troop, again, just kind of really a weird group of heroes, I guess. I'm glad I picked it, Dr. Druid. He did kind of look like him, so that's good. This Shadow Woman, seriously, come on. It's basically Jessica Drew, but she can meld into shadows. But she was fun anyway. I mean, the whole thing was quite cool. I'd like to see more of the Blazing Skull.
Yeah,
he seemed like he'd do a lot of party tricks in Halloween. It was good to see just a lot of rumble and tumble with Neutron and the presence. I thought it was pretty funny how Quasar deflected the presence by telling him about the USSR. So off he goes, just asking random people. And as an aside, I'm sure you guys have picked it. Jonathan and Martha, were they in Smallville when Quasar crash landed? Because that was pretty funny. I like that little reference there. But anyway, the president's been convinced that the USSR is no longer, and they've been split up into various countries. I thought that was just pretty funny. Typical kind of quirky Grunwald humor. He kind of treads that fine line of quirkiness and corniness. Sometimes his jokes are pretty corny. Other times, so I don't know. They just kind of baffle me at times, but in that sense, they kind of are funny for me. But anyway, that was a nice little thing. Look, Quasar fighting Neutron, and the Imperial Guard coming again, referencing the earlier runs. I thought was great, and there was a bit of validation there. I loved it when Quasar says, "Well, I quantum jumped him to another part of the galaxy. That's only because you did the same thing to me," and that kind of justified his actions, and things were wrapped up. But Shock Troop were a weird bunch. I thought, I don't want to say forgettable, but they obviously don't have the lasting power as some other groups like the Thunderbolts, or dare I say even Night Shift. But it was just novel to see them kind of fighting, and to do away with those multiple the antibodies. Also as well with Kayla and Holly. Again, this is really funny, really quirky stuff from Grunwald. This alien race which seems to communicate through dance. I love the poses that the penciler had done, which incidentally, I don't have the issue in front of me now, but I guess he was a guest penciler. That was a slightly different style. I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty consistent. But yeah, the poses for that weird alien race, and they were trying to communicate with them. As for what happened to Kayla, I don't know. Was it something to do with the Star Brand? Was it something to do with Holly? Will I finally get to know what happened, or who is Holly? Because you guys have alluded to something else. But
couple more episodes.
Overall, I think it was like an average issue. I didn't hate it, but I didn't really take to it as well. And I don't know. I'm finding this compared to. Interested to hear what your thoughts are. If you thought the same. The stories now. I don't know. After the big crossovers of Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet and Cosmos and Collision before, they seem to be like the far better stories. So I'm not sure at this stage, at that stage in time, where they were hoping to take Quasar. Maybe Grunwald was a little bit. I don't know. He probably didn't know what really to do with him anymore. But just the whole thing, like with Quagmire and the shock troop now, it just seems, I don't know. They seem to be grinding slowly the pace. They started off, the Quasar series seemed to be ran out of the gate, so it was really good. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Do you find these stories just as compelling as the others, or are you finding it as well that it's kind of slowing down a bit? I mean, I like the White Room and all that, and I love that the recent thing about Starhawk, that was really cool. But the title itself, Quasar, just wondering what your thoughts are. And does it pick up again, or does it remain at kind of this, which seems a little bit like maybe second gear or something, heading towards second gear. Anyway, I shall go now. Thank you for receiving this feedback at the end hour, and keep it quantum.
I think, like we said it before, but I think the Quasar series kind of suffered from having to do some of the crossovers, like Infinity War and stuff. And
actually, I was thinking about this the other day, and
where are you?
I was, strangely enough.
I love you just sit up here like, I was thinking of this.
But I think that coming out of Cosmos and Collision, there was a lot of momentum on the series.
Yes.
It felt like it was moving. It looked amazing. Capullo was doing the pencils. And it had a lot of momentum. I feel like two things happened. We lost Capullo, his penciler.
Yeah.
And that kind of acted as a check on some of that momentum. And then we had Infinity War, which was like, we're going over here now, and that just, those two things, plus we had like 3 or 4 pencilers in the last 5-6 issues, that just kind of broke up whatever momentum they had for this book. At least that's kind of what I was thinking. But
I mean, most of the art hasn't been bad, but I mean, you haven't had Capullo level since he left.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Steve Lytle was awesome, but we had him for an issue and a half. So
yeah.
And nothing against Andy Smith; he's a good artist. It's just that there was so much change and so much. I felt like we were on track for something before Infinity War just completely, voided all that stuff.
And then, I mean, I think we all enjoyed it, but it's just like, after Infinity War 2, they kind of broke momentum with the Marvel Boy stuff, and now he's searching for the bands.
I mean, we're looking at he'll get the bands back next issue, so it's been 7 issues.
Yeah,
over 10% of the run. Okay.
Yeah, because he got nullified in 40. That's the last time those bands were on his arm.
That's right. So that's kind of what I mean. Ray's not wrong at all. I just feel like it really lost momentum.
Yeah.
Once Infinity War impugned upon it, and then we lost Capullo, and then we lost Lytle, and then we've had like 1 or 2 fill-ins, I think, since then. But I'm not sure. I'd have to look.
Oh, but Star Blast will fix everything.
Yeah.
Maddie, what do you think?
I mean, I kind of hinted at it, in terms of, it's been a long kind of drip to get to where we're going, with some randomness thrown in. I understand it, but I'm still on board. To read it back then in real time must have been a little bit more trying than being able to binge it through back issue bins and things like that now. So, but I get where you guys are coming from.
Shh, Matt's falling asleep.
Am I freezing up?
No, it looked like
I'm
you're
very comfortable. I am very comfortable.
I was gonna say you do. He's laying back, man. You look really
And
comfortable.
I got to get my beauty sleep before my first day of work since December tomorrow.
Oh, Matt's going back to work.
Oh boy.
All right. So on that note, yeah, let's get out of here so Matt can get his beauty sleep. So yes, next time will be the big 125th episode. We covered Quasar 47, but send us all your thoughts on Thunderstrike. So there you go, Ray. When you send the feedback, if you want to read it, I know he said he wanted to take my advice and read some Thunderstrike. Now's your chance. Read some Thunderstrike, Ray. It's like 24 issues if you want to do them ongoing. So yes, send. So all of you, and not just Ray, if you want to send the feedback, send it to the email, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find the Quantum Zone, the Quasar podcast on all the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Find all of it, the Capes and Lunatics stuff, links to everything, all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And remember to support the sponsors, Tweaked Audio, Hunt a Killer, Pod Life, the book, now in digital and paperback, and learn all about podcasting. And when you shop on Amazon, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the podcast, and Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain.
That's right.
So says Master Doom.
All right. So, besides back on the job, Matt Kona, where can people find you?
You can find me at Matt Kona. I'm on most social media. MATTKONA. That's me.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
All right. Master of the Quantum Zone, Will Allred. Where can people find you and your work?
You can find me at Walred. That's at WALLRED at Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and I think even Instagram. I'm not sure though. But you can also find my self-published work via Kickstarter. This is one of them. There's another one coming up pretty soon, which is a totally different thing. But this is Diary of Night. You can find that at diaryofnight.com. And you can find all kinds of really cool stuff about Quasar at the Quantum Zone. The Quantum Zone. QuantumZone.org.
I'll put it in my navel.
Yes.
I was going to say, you want Diary of Night to go big. Rename it The Diary of Night.
The Diary of Night. That's right. I got to use the. Got to use those.
The Australians have cracked the code. Just put the in front of everything.
That's right. That's the thing.
All right, everyone. Thank you once again for joining us for another episode of The Quantum Zone, the Quasar podcast. The one and only. And again, remember, thank you, Ray. Everyone go check out Into the Night, New Night podcast. Yeah, I can't wait to talk Thunderstrike. I love that series back in the day.
Same here.
I mean, look, Kona patterned his whole look after him.
I did.
Weird. Oh, he's gonna have a mace or something hanging on his wall next episode.
What was the name of the mace that he carried?
Thunderstrike.
It was Thunderstrike? Okay. It's been a long time.
All right, so come back next time, Quantum Zoners, and remember, keep it the Quantum.